Yo, 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 what's going on, Kanal here? Bulls on Wall Street. Holy shamoles. We had some action today in the market. We got the pullback that we were talking about in yesterday's video. It wasn't some tankathon or anything like that. The Qs pulled back like 0.2% or 0.3%. But we did get that overbought pullback. You could see the candles kind of completely outside the upper Bollinger Band, and things kind of played out the way we thought. The Tesla earnings did make an impact on the market, at least for tech. You know, we ended up with the gap up, and Tesla started just really getting shandazzled. But it was a hot little trader. We had some sick trades in this. We had some sick trades in this in the chat room, like right off at the open. You can see Levi coming in hot on the 190 puts at 268. Literally, like when the market opened, he waited till it hit the fib zone at 192 and then just shredded it. And dude, we were on it. We were hitting this thing like all day in all the chat rooms, day trading and options. This guy's been on fire though, like, you know. And so we were shredding these Tesla puts. I mean, I covered a little bit early, but damn, these 190s got to, I don't even know. They were at $10 at one point or close to $10. And so, you know, hitting them on the dip, and then, you know, we re-hit a little bit down here. Dude, it was nice, but I ended up covering way early, per usual. But the market has been, dude, the market's given us some fandazzle, awesome stuff happening here. And so we finally got a little pull in the market. The Qs was actually gapped up and was hanging out for a nice period of time. And then right around, you know, I would go like right around a little past noon. You know, I noticed that the TLT had started to already roll over. It had been stuck under this resistance for a little period of time. And it had started to roll over too. And so we ended up kind of loading the boat on some shorts when this broke under the VWAP, because I figured this was going to take down the market. There was a couple tells today, right? Number one, the old IWM faded its freaking gap again. Guys, when we think about day trading, what's it about? It's about price action, right? So the IWM fades a gap. The IWM fades a gap. The IWM fades a gap. Guys, this is not good. Like, this was up 1.2% and it finished down 1%. 1.2% finished down 1.2%, right? Up 1%, give or take, and right, just basically finished a flat. And then we got a little gap after hours. That's not good, and right? And so the IWM is reacting a lot to the TLT. The TLT's been fading, right? So many days in a row, too. And so that's something to keep an eye on. There's a little bit of a change in price action in some of the small caps. The Qs have been holding up relatively well. Like, yeah, we faded off into the close and went red, but, you know, we ended up finishing down just a little bit, which, all things considered, like with what happened with Tesla, to finish down 0.3% is, you know, actually probably pretty, you know, it's a good show of something for the markets, right? Now, the big tell for tomorrow is going to be, look, we got all Intel here. Has laid itself a little blunkin for its earnings. We got some poopy pants here, people. We got some poopy pants. And so this thing, man, $50, rolled down to 47. It's at 44, down 10%. This is Intel, man. This is like, right, your grandpa's stock of choice back in the day. It's down 10%. This is gonna put some mustard on the semis. The semis have been parabolic, and dude, we took some stabs in the video today. It had a pretty good rollover. You know, I was hoping for more destruction, but it still had a pretty good rollover. Now you're starting to see this thing roll over after hours. Any type of pop tomorrow, guys. Any type of pop. Man, we get this thing in the morning. It might do a little gap fill. You get this thing back into the bone zone here. Somewhere into this, right? Just somewhere into this zone of love right here. I think you're going to get yourself, right? Somewhere back into this zone of love over here. I think we're going to get ourselves a little bit of party time. Same thing with AMD. You know, I think this is going to be right top of the list. Look, it's already down about 4 or 5 points after hours. But let's get this thing. Let's get this thing. I don't think they'll gap up because of Intel, but when you have such a strong stock, right, and it's been trending for such a long period of time, usually when you get the gap down, the opening dip will be bought, right? Because people are conditioned to buy opening dips. And so this thing will dip off. It'll come in, fill some of this gap. If it can get anywhere from the red to green spot to, man, anywhere in this kind of bone zone right here, we're going to start looking for some intraday setups to roll over, and it's going to be a Butamus, Maximus, Marilius. It's going to be fantastic. It's a bueno sera, my friends, right? And then we'll see if this kind of does anything to the rest of the tech stocks. I don't know, man. Meta's got just a monster cock hard on, it seems, these days. Like, don't short this one. I know what's going on with old Zuckerberg. He got bad taste in women, and Facebook looks like it hasn't changed in 15 years. But this stock is on a rampage. Man, it's all-time highs. Like, think about that, man. After all the drama, hey, they're stealing your information. Hey, the Zuck is doing this. The Zucky Cucky's doing this. Dude, in the end, this thing is back at all-time highs. So maybe leave this one alone. But I think we got NVIDIA, AMD. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Beyond that, let's go into just the regular watch list. I think there's some good-looking stocks for tomorrow regardless. So let's go into this. I had this Vera on my watch list earlier, and man, I got so enthralled with Tesla that I took a pass on this thing. This was on the Gapper list. It's a biotech stock. It had some phase 1, phase 2 doohickeys today, whatever it is, right? But it's a low float stock, 13 million shares, maybe a little bit higher, frankly, and 10 million in volume. You got a big base breakout that's happening here, guys. You got a gap up. My favorite is the first pullback, guys. If you're brand new or whatever it might be in your trading career, the first pullback, you get a gap up on news, a gap up on earnings, that first pullback, somewhere in the 920 EMA, I like to make them into a zone versus just a static line. So many new traders get just wicked out. Like, they buy at the 9, they get wicked out. They buy at this, they get wicked out. Turn them into zones of love. And so when they come back into the zone of love, then you got a Butamus, Maximus, Marilius, and then you can kind of let this thing develop, and then later on it came back to the VWAP and so on and so forth. So love this look. Let's watch this one, red to green, or a takeout of the previous day's highs. Dude, AMSC, not to be confused with AMC, AMSC. Yeah, I had this for a hot second at the open. It dipped off. Man, it dipped off for like just a hot second right at the open. Came into the bone zone, right between your 20-50 EMA. Came right into the bone zone. Got a nice little spike on it. Then it faded off. You can see here. I like to go like once the open is over, like you kind of want to take the pre-market off because it make the charts all choppy. You came back to the 50 EMA and did. I got this on watch for tomorrow. Look, you have 12 million shares in volume on this. It's a 30 million share float. Even if it just keeps up a little bit of this, like, maybe it's got an attack on this 17 back in the day when they announced that, like, they had some new superconductor, right? Super duper, say that 10 times. Super duper semiconductor. Oh, super duper superconductor. Whatever it might be, man, this thing, first of all, it's got a heart chart. But also, if you really think about it, like American Superconductor Corporation, like that's amazing. Like that's like something you read in the newspaper if you were like in Back to the Future or something, right? Like in today's news, American Superconductor Corporation has built a flying skateboard hovercraft that is going to change how kids travel to school. We got to play this bad boy. Love it. Dudes, I had this on the watch list today, and I fucking forgot about it. Shit. What heat, man. You know what? There's a lot of heat in these IPOs recently. I take this one off the list now. It's probably getting too extended. I wanted this for the red to green, but I got a little crisscross today and forgot about it. Hey, this is a healthcare kind of sciencey company. You got flat top breakout on here. Got a little bit of a volume pop. Good range on this. Like you see here, pops up, first pullback, right? Pops up, starts pulling back into the zones of love. Like that's what you want to see. When you are building out your watch list, you want to see like what they are reacting to, right? This one's got a nice reaction to all sorts of goodies. Dude, it's a beautiful one, right? AAL, the good old AAL. Check this out, gap out, right? First pullback into the bone zone, right? And you got a nice bounce off this one. It's got decent enough range, it good liquidity on it. That's the main thing too, right? You got like good liquidity, you got enough range. That's a good combination. You know, a lot of times people just focus on range, but man, if there's like a spread on it or something like that, it's a big pain in the butt. Inside day, overall it ended up being an inside day in Netflix. We took some at the open and a couple bounces, but this. You got this one. If it breaks out over this previous day's highs, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Snow. Now we got 2 days of consolidation over the breakout spot. If the tech market does not go poopy pants, all poopy pants on us tomorrow, I think we're holding at this support. We want to kind of keep hitting the dips on this. I got a buy stop in my IRA on this SRPT if it ever breaks. You know, I think some of these ones that flag in a hot market, you just stick a buy stop in it, and I do a conditional order, like say 2 points, right? And now you got yourself a good God-fearing Christian setup. Let me take this one off. Doc, you still waiting on this one. Look, this one is waiting to get bought out, so it might actually just kind of flatline there because there's those buyout rumors. We'll see what's up on that bad boy, but overall, it's got a good look to it. Some things to worry about. Look, I had the arm on the list. Dude, we were feeling good. We were feeling saucy. It was salsa night. We were dancing to merengue. Everybody was feeling froggy, man. Everybody's getting laid tonight. And this thing broke out and then popped up 2 points. It's like, here we go. And then it was like, abort. And even kind of fooled us a little bit here. And then, you know, ended up being not a Butamus Maximus Murilius, that's for sure. It ended up being a butterface. No getting around that one. Bros, you know, at this point, with the way Intel is acting tomorrow and the range on the short on this one, I think this is actually let's call this a double top. I got it on watch for a short tomorrow. Revenge is a bitch. We're going to teach this arm. I believe it's a French company anyway, so let's teach this thing what American justice looks like. Intel, I think this is going to be nice for some day trades. Hopefully it pops up a little bit at the open, and then we'll see what's up. So any type of pop, let's just kind of regurgitate. Any type of pop in the semis, like AMD, NVIDIA, we take them downtown Julie Brown. We've got a whole host of these kind of news plays here. Vera Wang, American Superconductor, American Super Duper Semiconductor Corporation. We got Netflix. We got a whole host of these stocks with fresh news that even if the market starts to fluctuate, guys, stocks with fresh news will move irregardless to what's happening in the market. They'll have their own independent order flow. Dude, there's a lot of action happening. And guys, we have free trials. Our options room's been killing it. It's run by Levi. We have a free trial to our day trading chat room. And then for you part-time traders, we have free trial to even our swing trading service run by the GOAT, Paul Singh, San Francisco 49er super fan. I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East. And, make sure you leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of what you're watching. Peace.